Hello everyone, welcome you all again in my YouTube channel. Today we are discussing about the fun with the magnet for the students of class 6th. So from this chapter, means from magnet, the discussion already done and given in my YouTube videos. So today exactly we will do the discussion on the question answer for your upcoming examination, right? So just let's start our topic. So the first thing that we will discuss regarding the magnet, that is what is magnet, magnetic materials, non-magnetic materials and their differences. So magnet means the substance which has the capability to attract the magnetic materials, and magnetic properties means it can attract the metal like iron, copper, fine. And those who are non-magnetic material, that means plastic, rubber, paper, so it will not attract that. Okay, so then you can say a magnet has two poles, north pole and south pole. After that you can say the magnet has a directional property. If we suspended any magnet freely, so after a few seconds we can see it has already decided its north pole and south pole direction. So this is how you can tell something about the magnet. After that, magnetic material and non-magnetic material differences. So how can you make the differences between them? Now I suggest you do just column wise. Sometimes I have found that students are habituated to write this kind of answer in a paragraph wise, but better you choose the column wise answer. This is how it will be very easier to check your answer for your examiner. So one side you write down the magnetic material, and then this side you can write non-magnetic. So write some property regarding magnetic material, some properties regarding non-magnetic material, and after that write their examples. Okay, acha, next is that poles. So from the part of poles, how many kinds of question may come? Like a magnet has always two poles. Prove it. How can you prove it? If we break one magnet into two pieces or three pieces, four pieces, we find in each and every pieces north pole and south pole always they are present. So we cannot separate the north pole and south pole from a magnet. It cannot be separated at all. Okay. After that, the property like same poles will repel each other and opposite poles will attract each other. From this topic also question may come, like prove or show it कि same poles of a magnet always repel each other. So how can you express it? See, if you find this type of question, don't think you have to write more sentences. No, in this kind of question, hardly 3 to 4 sentences are sufficient to prove it कि the same poles repel each other. How can you prove it? Now you can say कि I have two magnets and I have taken the south pole of the first magnet and south pole of the second magnet. So when I take the first and second magnet closure, so I can see the south pole and south pole are repelling each other. Instead of that, if I repeat the whole system, but I am taking in that case the north pole of the second magnet closer to the first magnet. So in that case I will see the south pole of the first magnet and north pole of the second magnet, they are attracted by each other. So this is how I can explain, or I can show, I can prove that the same poles can repel each other and opposite poles attract each other. Okay, so hardly 3 to 4 sentences are sufficient to write your answer, and your answer must be brief, concise and to the point, so that examiner easily can understand the main point what you actually want to explain. Okay. Acha. Next is that magnetic force. What is called the magnetic force? Now, magnetic force means in a magnet from the North Pole to South Pole, the force which um, we can experience, or the force which is present between North and South Pole, that is to be called magnetic force. So magnet, where, in which part the magnetic forces are maximum? In two poles of a magnet, because the attraction power, the power of the magnet always lie in the North Pole and South Pole. Means in two poles we get the magnetic force. This is the maximum. And when we come to the center of the magnet, so in that case we do not get any magnetic forces there. So in this case also you can show one simple experiment, like you have taken the small nails, and you are taking the nails closer to the center of the magnet. So what you will see, nothing is happening in that case. There is no attraction, repulsion, nothing. But when you take the same iron nails closer to the North Pole or South Pole, you can understand, you can feel one strong attraction force is coming up from that magnet. So this is a magnetic force. From where we get the magnetic force? Maximum. From two poles we get the magnetic force maximum. Where we get it minimum or zero? At the center. Center of the magnet. Fine. Acha. Next thing is that separation of substances by using magnet. So in that case, how you can do this one? Now suppose you have tea dust, as well as iron dust. So tea dust and iron dust, they are mixed together. Fine. So how can you separate it? By using a magnet only. You have a magnet. Fine. So then you can take your magnet closer to the mixture. So those who are iron dust, they will be directly attracted to the magnet. Okay. And the tea dust will remain as usual. So this is how the separation of substances is possible by using the magnet. But one condition is there. There must be magnetic materials. If there will not be magnetic material, so this experiment will not be fruitful for you. Okay. Acha. Next thing is that how magnet lost their property. So how will it lose their property? Now various methods we have, like demagnetization process. There you get the heating, hammering, dropping of magnet from a particular height. So if you throw the magnet from a certain height, it will lose its own magnetic property. If you hammer it repeatedly, it will lose its magnetic property. If you heat it, it will lose its magnetic property. So these are the procedure. So this question may come in your examination, how magnets can lose its magnetic property, or write some methods by which demagnetization is possible. Then acha, next thing is that about your electromagnet. What is the electromagnet? What is the uses of electromagnet? Bus. After that, what is magnetic compass? Right. So what is magnetic compass? This is a very short answer type question, means VSA type question. Now magnetic compass means inside a small box there is a cover of a transparent glass. Inside that one small magnetic needle is present. One small magnetic needle present inside a small box, and the lid or the cover is made by the transparent glass. And what is the purpose or benefit we get? Now this magnetic compass helps you to detect North Pole and South Pole of any particular places. Fine. So that is why this kind of magnetic compasses are used by the sailors to determine the proper direction when sailing, while sailing. Okay. After that, how can you show that a magnet has two poles? This question though I already discussed with you. Ki how can you show it if you break one bigger magnet to a smaller pieces? So in that case, for each and every smaller pieces, you will get North Pole and South Pole both. So we cannot separate North Pole and South Pole from a magnet. So these all topics are sufficient from this chapter. Read all the portions thoroughly. VSA, essay and LA. Very short answer, then long answer. These three types of question will come in your examination. For very short answer type question, you have to read all the lines very carefully from your textbook. For short answer type question, 3 lines, maximum 3 lines sufficient. And for long answer, 4 to 5 lines. In cases if you see no, within 5 sentences you cannot cover your answer, so fine. So 6 7 sentences, but not more than that. Not more than that. Briefly you have to explain your all concept. In that case you can score the good marks. If you are writing too much more and more, but the main lines, main words are missing, so in that case examiner will feel very bored when he or she will check your copy, and definitely you cannot score better. So mind it, read all the points that I have discussed today with you. These all are related to your upcoming examination. So for today, this is sufficient. Bye everyone.